Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome finally to my 1-month review of Byoma skincare. This is a brand that is all about barrier care and talk about being near and dear to my heart. Now, if you are only here for perhaps one product review or product reviews in general, please feel free to jump to the timestamps in the description box below. I'll also have links to all of the products. But I do want to start, as usual, with a little bit of an intro, talk about the brand a bit, also talk about who this brand is for. Here's a bit of a funny story for you all. I actually thought I might be too late to reviewing this brand. I mean, you've probably heard of them by now, right? But instead, here in now April of 2024, I think this might be the best time to review this brand because I have heard that apparently there used to be issues with the pumps on their packaging. I had no issues whatsoever. But it's not just that, because I also have perfect timing for these brand new releases. We're gonna talk about the Hydrating Milky Toner, the Barrier Repair Treatment. Be excited. We even have BODYCARE to talk about. Now, I do wanna make sure to disclose, I bought most of these products, but I am part of a review program, so I received some of these products through that. This whole brand is affordable, and I confess it's hard to remember what products were gifted when you didn't spend much of your own money buying what you bought. It's difficult, so I will sit down and make notes of all of the products that were gifted to me because we are still required to do that by FTC guidelines. And as for the products I bought, honestly, I bought most of these from the Urban Outfitters website because Urban Outfitters has the best deals. Urban Outfitters and Ulta is where this brand is carried. Talk about perfect places to find amazing deals. And then I also bought a few products from Byoma's direct website. As a quick and very important heads up, there are some copycat websites pretending to be Byoma. I actually wrote Byoma on Instagram before I placed my order to confirm I was ordering from the correct website. Did I buy anything at Ulta? I don't think I actually bought any of their products at Ulta, although you know I like Ulta. Don't know what happened to their stock prices though. Woof, y'all see that? As far as who this brand is for, I'm gonna say everyone, but I also want to emphasize, because I'm aware that now there are much younger people who are buying skincare, I want to emphasize that I really think parents, grandparents, aunts watching this is a good brand to buy for younger people in general. This does not mean it is exclusively for younger kids. Not at all. Not at all. Just like how adults can use baby sunscreens, they're just going to be more gentle. What this means is this brand really is for everyone. This is not, in general, an active brand. And again, even if you do use actives, these kind of calming, gentle products are wonderful for rounding out your routine. Absolutely wonderful. If you use a strong retinoid and you want to do the retinoid sandwich method, you could start with the gel cream and end with the barrier treatment. That could be your moisturizing sandwich right there, by the way. Did that quite a few times. Beautiful. Okay, let's get into part 2, product reviews. Let me tell you all really quickly, I'm looking at the products that will be in this video, and we're gonna have a bell curve. So please bear with me. It might sound like I don't love this brand for the first couple of products. It's a little funny. I don't know why it's happening this way, but it is. We're mostly going in the order of a routine, so let's start with the Melting Balm Cleanser, which I just have to admit to you all, in my personal opinion, this isn't Byoma's finest product. It's a little strange. It's a little strange. This brand is almost entirely fragrance-free, but this product has technically an essential oil, rosemary oil, but just rosemary oil, so to be honest with you, it doesn't really, it doesn't smell great. Some of you like rosemary oil. Scent is exceedingly personal. But I feel confused by that because it doesn't really smell great to me. And here's the thing. With a cleansing balm like this is your first cleanser, a lot of people find that they have no problem using fragrance in this step because not only are they going to wash it off, but they're probably going to double cleanse it off. On the other hand, there are always exceptions here. There are always people who find they still do need to use a fragrance-free cleansing balm, and this is not because it contains essential oil. As far as using it, It's fine. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. I just didn't find it to be, in my opinion, again, the best of Byoma. On a technicality, it does what a cleansing balm needs to do. It's effective for removing makeup, removing sunscreen. It does emulsify. It's just not my absolute favorite. If you want a scented option, I like the Hamish All Clean Balm. If you want a fragrance-free option, I would suggest the Beauty of Joseon Cleansing Balm. This is just kind of in the middle for me in a lot of senses. Again, not terrible, but not my favorite. And then we have 2 cleansers. Let's talk about the old one first. I got this as part of a set that I bought a while ago. This is the Creamy Jelly Cleanser, and I think a lot of you have had the chance to try this by now. It's all right. It's a jelly cleanser, kind of made for more normal skin, to be honest with you. You can probably use it if you are more dry or more oily, but like I said, bear with me here. It's just not my absolute favorite jelly cleanser. I personally like the e.l.f. Bounce Back Jelly Cleanser more. Geek and Gorgeous also has a great option. So again, not bad, but in my opinion, not their best. Now, thank you for those of you who did stay with me through those 2 products because we are finally getting to a new release. This is the Milky Moisture Cleanser, and oh my gosh, I am so pleased with this cleanser. This is renewing my faith in drugstore cleansers, which I have said for a long time. I'm a big drugstore cleanser fan. And Byoma came through in a big way with this product. It is a beautiful milk cleanser. Now, what that means is that this is a non-foaming cleanser. This is a product category that is in general designed with dry skin types in mind. It does not foam whatsoever. And this can be really jarring. Even for people that do have a dry skin type, it can feel like maybe your skin isn't getting cleansed well enough. But in fact, it is. It still contains surfactants, which I've highlighted for you. It still cleanses, just in the most gentle way. This is the most gentle cleanser option. This has a beautiful fragrance-free formula. It contains ceramide ingredients, panthenol, oat extract. Now, I like to point out with cleanser that just because those ingredients are in the cleanser doesn't necessarily mean you're getting as much from them in this step. I tend to suspect it might contribute a little more to the cleansing experience, and personally, if you want those ingredients, I would add them later in a toner, essence, serum, moisturizer. But the full formula of this comes together to be absolutely beautiful. I am so happy with this cleanser. Moving into some toners, let's start with the Balancing Face Mist, which I think a lot of you have also had the chance to try. Oh, this is beautiful. This is a gorgeous face mist. It contains allantoin as well as, they're saying, some probiotic ferment. Let's clarify, this means postbiotic. You never have living bacteria in your shelf-stable skincare products. But we do believe that the breakdown of those probiotic ingredients still has benefits for our skin. It is completely fragrance-free. The mist itself is fine. Beautiful to use. And you can use this as your toner, but you can also just spritz this on your skin throughout the day as a bit of a refreshing type of product. And this is one of the products where Byoma does sell refills. The refills are available on their website that I talked about in the intro. This was highly recommended to me. I see the hype. It is a beautiful mist that I think most people will really appreciate. And then we have an incredibly welcomed addition to the Byoma lineup. This is the Hydrating Milky Toner. This is a product that is going to feel a little bit more like that Korean essence step. It has a more milky texture, a little bit more body to it, more of a deeply hydrating and perhaps a little moisturizing right here in the toner / essence step. I am not kidding when I say this feels inspired by K-beauty. As you can see in the ingredients, it even contains some Centella asiatica extract. In addition to a long list of humectants, we even have some oils in this product. Please keep in mind your routine is yours. You can make it as flexible as you want to. In the clip that I'm showing you, I applied this after my serum because that's where I like to apply these more milky products. You may feel differently, and that's okay. Routines are flexible. Always feel free to do whatever works best for you. Now, I do want to say one more thing. The only catch, I have one catch with this product, otherwise I love it. The only catch is most of Byoma's products are a lift-off top. It took me a while to stop trying to lift this off and to just figure out it's a spin top. Spin top? Is that the technical terminology? Yes. Byoma does have one other toner. I did not try it. I actually bought it by accident and returned it to Ulta. They have a brightening toner. That one does contain some exfoliating ingredients. So be cautious if you have sensitive skin. Be cautious with that one. Probably not my pick for younger skin either. But let's talk next about serums. So first of all, the Hydrating Serum. These have been around for a while. The Hydrating Serum contains, again, ceramides. This is a big part of the Byoma brand, as well as squalane, some beloved glycerin. And this one also has a little bit more of a milky texture, so not unlike that toner that we were just talking about. This too feels like it is both hydrating as well as moisturizing in a fragrance-free formula. I enjoyed this, not among my absolute favorite serums, which still has to be K-Beauty serums. I'll link you a video, but I did enjoy this. I think it's overall a good choice. And then we have their Brightening Serum, which I have as a smaller size. I bought this one in one of their kits as well. This is more of a gel texture, and this is an interesting one because it contains, again, those ceramide ingredients, hyaluronic acid, but also niacinamide. Now, niacinamide is an interesting ingredient because we treat it a lot like it is an active, but really it's one of those ingredients where most people can use it, including, again, younger skin. However, we do believe that there might be maximum use levels with niacinamide. It does seem that, for example, 10% formulas are pretty strong. I don't know the concentration of this. I would say overall, I found this to be a mild brightening serum, not brightening in the way that your AHA ingredients are, but just kind of more of a product that contributes to an even skin tone, which is what niacinamide at lower percentages does. Again, for me, this one was a like, but not a love. I would love to see Byoma take more inspiration from K-Beauty in their future serums. I would not put that past them with what they did with the Milky Milky toner. Okay, Alice, just tell us how you really feel about that product. Still, the two serums are both overall good options. Going in order of a skincare routine, let's talk next about the Depuff and Brighten eye gel. Is it just me, or does eye gel feel like a category that is just not good with commitment? Okay, you're a gel. Are you a serum, or are you more of an eye cream? And it might come down to your skin type, how you feel about this. For me, this was definitely more of an eye serum where I wanted a cream afterwards, just not enough for, my kind of fine lines that I have around my eye area from laughing too much at the ridiculousness of life. But also, that's not what this product is targeting. It's the Depuff and Brighten eye gel featuring a vitamin C derivative, which is always more gentle than L-ascorbic acid. 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid specifically in this product. Again, that's what I think this does. A little bit of brightening, very gentle overall. I think that maybe if you have oily or younger skin, maybe this is enough of a one and done eye product. After all, eye product as a category is entirely optional. So for me, I don't think I would buy this one again because it's not really targeting what I'm looking for in an eye care product. But again, not a bad option. Okay, admittedly, this is less of a bell curve and a little more of a dip at the top, but don't buy the dip. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know the stock market. I'm sorry I keep bringing up the stock market. I don't know anything about it, but it's fresh on my mind because at the time you're watching this, last week, Ulta was the worst performing stock. The worst. How did it happen? Let's move into the moisturizers, and I'm just going to tell you, I think this is a category that Byoma does extremely well. Now, keep in mind that the right moisturizer for you typically depends heavily on your skin type, but your preferences can also play a role here. For example, my partner has a dry skin type, but she does not like heavy moisturizers. She likes lightweight. Preference there. Meanwhile, I have the preferences that a dry skin type typically likes, which is a bit of a heavier cream. So let's just quickly talk about the Moisturizing Gel Cream. I think this is a good option, but for my skin type and my preferences, it's a little bit light. Again, this does not mean it's a bad product. It just means it's not really designed with me in mind. It's perfectly named though, perfectly in between a gel and a cream, and I really think this would be ideal for normal to close to normal skin types. No, for me, it is the purple, the light purple options that are designed for me. I want to talk about the Moisturizing Rich Cream first. We're gonna get to the barrier repair. Again, this one has been around for a while, so you've probably had a chance to try it if you were interested, but again, remember, the pump is improved, a new and improved pump. And what a beautiful formula. This too has that triceramide blend, which I think having that in a moisturizer is a great choice for barrier support. They added in some bakuchiol, often called a retinol alternative, but I would say don't forget that it's a great antioxidant ingredient in addition to all of these wonderful emollient and occlusive ingredients. It is a beautiful, rich moisturizer, and to think that this product is so nice for dry skin and yet it's $17, this is a gem, but oh my gosh, y'all, they knocked it out of the park with this new Barrier Plus Repair treatment. I cannot believe how beautiful this is. And get this is actually a little bit lighter than the Rich Cream. Shocking. We'll do a side by side so you can understand what I'm saying. This is the Rich Cream and this is the Barrier Repair treatment. Do you see how the Rich Cream is a little bit more rich? And while this product does have a little bit of a pink tint to it when you first pump it out, it does not stay looking pink. So you can actually use this morning or night, and the entire time you use this, you will be getting this incredible blend of course, your ceramide ingredients, again, humectants, occlusive, some oils in this formula, some shea butter, some ectoin, that brightening constituent in licorice root. Oh my gosh, they mastered this formula. This might actually be my absolute favorite Byoma product. And we are living in a time where a lot of brands have released barrier care products. I recently did a video about some high-end options. This one is $18.99 and it is at very least comparable, if not better, than some of those options. I think the only con that I can really tell you about is that I've almost finished this because I was using it day and night. Like I mentioned, I had a stress breakout. I feel like I bounced back very quickly because, again, the most important thing to do during a breakout is to care for your skin. And barrier supporting products are going to be your best friend through that time. We have a couple of oils to talk about really quickly in terms of applying an oil. One of my favorite ways to apply them is mixed into a moisturizer. Otherwise, you can apply them before moisturizer. That's what's typically recommended because oils tend to be emollient and moisturizers tend to be more occlusive. So that would be a better order. Still, some people find they prefer to apply oil after moisturizer. Again, it just really depends on personal preference. But yes, the technically right way is often considered to be before moisturizer. So we're going a little out of order here, but let's talk about the Hydrating Recovery Oil. This is one of my most used products from Byoma before we went into this trial. I love this oil. It's a beautiful formula, and because it's a fluid ounce, it's going to take me a long time to finish this. Oils last a very long time. And what a gorgeous formula. Now with this one, it does contain an essential oil as well. It contains blue tansy oil, which is kind of another one of those funny essential oils, kind of like tea tree oil, where it may work for you and it may actually give you a lot of benefits. So it may be soothing and repairing for you as well as for me, but it's still an essential oil, so that risk for allergy does go up. But if it works for you, it works for you, just like with tea tree oil, and the entire entire blend of this is once again beautiful. It has some of my beloved sea buckthorn oil, a bit of rose hips, some added ceramide because it just feels like that's Byoma's thing. Again, that constituent of licorice. I really, really like this. One of my favorite, maybe my favorite budget-friendly oil. And then they also sent me their brand new Sensitive Retinol Oil. Now, they are saying that this is a retinol that is great for beginners. And overall, I would say I do like it. I just have a little bit of commentary here. So they're using hydroxypinacolone retinoate, which is often considered to be a less irritating retinol, which is interesting because in contrast to retinol, which requires 2 conversions to be useful to your skin, 2 conversions into that active form, this is supposedly active. So you would think it could be more irritating, but in fact, we believe it's the opposite. My thoughts are, I still wish we had more research on this ingredient, but again, this is comparing it to the decades and decades of research that we have on retinoids. And because retinol is a retinoid, we believe that the research on retinoids kind of is a way of inferring what retinol does. Lab Muffin has a great video covering this. Of course she does. Of course she does. I'll link it in the description box below as well, but she has a great video covering this exact topic. When we come back to HPR retinoate, I always find myself going, why are we using this? That's not to say this is a bad product. Again, it may be a more gentle option. I would just say if you want the benefits of retinoids that have been studied for decades, I feel it's a better idea to go with either retinol or retinal, or of course, one of those prescribed only retinoids. Or adapalene, which is over the counter for those of us in the US. Still, overall, it's a good formula. It's got some squalane, it's got some bisabolol. It did not irritate my skin. It was definitely gentle enough that I could use this, even though I am also using adapalene. So not bad, but still not going to be my absolute top pick for a retinoid product. And as we come to a close, let's talk about one of the new body care products. Byoma has now released body care as well, and they did send me the Nourishing Body Oil. All right, this isn't necessarily a terrible product, but let me put it this way. It was a very surprising experience for me to use this. I'll just tell you about the first time I ever tried this. I put it on and I went, oh, I just feel a little confused with some choices that were made here, just a smidge. In contrast to most of everything we've talked about, this is not fragrance-free. They added some essential oils. And while smell is incredibly personal, I'm not really sure I like the smell of this. It's also a shockingly heavy body oil. Can you see this? It's quite heavy, which is strange. I feel like most body oils on the market are kind of made to be more of a dry oil, so they absorb into your skin really quickly. This is not that. Again, this can have a place. I mean, maybe this is a great oil for in the middle of winter, but it just kind of sits on my skin. Maybe I'm trying it at the wrong time of the year, you know, but it just, I'm so surprised by this one. And before I tried this, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll pick up a few more body care products to really round out this review. This product made me not want to try the other body care products. Now again, this is just me. This is just my experience with only one product. Maybe I'm missing out on some of the other products, but it's not been an absolute favorite for me. So basically, in my humblest of opinions, I also feel like this is not Byoma at their absolute best, but that's just my opinion. You know, I also want to stress something. I think that it can be really hard if you're watching a creator say that they don't like a product that you love. That's probably going to happen at some point because we all do have different experiences, and I think that it's okay to not love everything from a brand. For some context, I'm a creator here, right? I have looked back at some of my videos and gone, that video was not my best. That's okay, I'm human. Not every video I put out will be my absolute best, and not every product that a brand puts out will be their absolute best. At the very least, in each of our own opinion. So yes, for me, not super interested in trying more from the Byoma body care line, but again, I invite you, if you've tried more, since I've only tried one, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. And my friends, that's it. That's my review of Byoma skincare. I hope that this was helpful. I have to say, again, I am just so impressed with especially those newer releases before the BODYCARE. I am floored by the direction Byoma is going in, and yet everything is under $20. Super happy with this brand. Again, I think it's for everyone because we are talking about barrier care, and that is so important to skin health. And that's it for today's video. If you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.